Yo, what is good? Today we're going to be doing the most requested video like ever, which is just settings. So what I do to play the game, I'm going to do an overview of how I use my HUD inside the game as well. That's pretty much it. So we'll go straight into it. I'm going to start straight off with basic settings. So I use aim assist, quick run from prone. I don't use auto sprint for joystick. I don't use fixed joystick. My right fire button is also fixed as well. Fixed virtual joystick display position because I like it to stay in the exact same place as it is. ADS button for rotation is off, quick weapon switch is on, perspective teammate is on, slide hint is on, one tap weapon switch, which I don't actually use anymore. The button is still on. I actually probably will turn that on off because I don't actually have any need to use it. Show number of mythic projections, weapon inspect while sprinting and running, which is good because I use that for clips. Mythic weapon protection also on. Enemy tactical scope flash, I have that on because it's ideal. Network instability damage loss low, which basically shows that if your ping is low, it will come out with like a little network symbol next to where the hit marker is. Damage numbers is on. I've got a 80% transparency. Tap to ADS, display left fire button is also on. Tap the crouch while sprinting 100% because hold the crouch causes some issues. Always sprint is also on. I have maximum FOV on first person and FPP, so first person being my peripheral vision and the FOV for FPP being how far the gun is away from you as the character model. Then we got my marker settings, which are all pretty small, but the opacity being high. I probably will turn that little one down just there, just because of the bomb. Next, we're going to roll over to audio and graphics. So I play on low graphics with ultra FPS. I could do it on medium if I really wanted to, but I keep it on low. We'll scroll down to multiplayer. I use anti-aliasing, realistic scope, and real-time shadows. And that's what we get for there. Now, when we go over to sensitivity, I play on fixed speed with a switch while opening ADS for sensitivity switch, and then we go over to our camera sensitivity. So for standard sensitivity, we play on 110, 115 for ADS. Red dot on hollow sensitivity is the exact same as the ADS sensitivity, but if you do want to tweak it, turn it up or turn it down a little bit, I like it on 115 personally. Tactical scope sensitivity is 120, 80 for sniper, 3 times tactical scope is 75, 4 times is 73, 6 times is 65, and 8 times is 55, and it is completely mirrored on the opposite side. So for my firing sensitivity, everything is set to the same options as it would be for the standard sensitivity. Now, gyro does actually have sensitivity turned on, mainly for when I'm using gyro on phone, when I do switch over to a phone account and I play on gyro. We'll skip past BR settings because I don't play BR. I don't really bother with the quick message stuff, anything like that. Language obviously set to English, and that's pretty much it. So what we'll do now is we'll get into the HUD overview and how I use my HUD inside of the game. Now for this, I'll have to show you in 2 separate ways. So I play with 3 fingers on my right hand. So I use my thumb to turn, and I use my middle finger for crouching, as well as pressing the right fire button, which you might be able to see there. I use it to get out of shock shoes. And I use the index finger to ADS, index finger to jump, index finger to prone, and I use my thumb to reload. Usually my nades are there, exactly where I'm pressing now, which is something I also do with my index finger. Now I'll swap over to the opposite hand, where I move with my thumb, fire with my index finger, switch weapons with my index finger, and if I have an operator skill on, I press it with this finger here, which is where the 6th finger comes into play if I am playing respawns. So that's the overview of how I do my HUD. Also, if I need to press on my emo, I also use my middle finger, and I use the index finger to press on the weapon inspection. Also, if you see me quit games, a lot of the time I do just click off my index finger like that. So that is the overview of how I use my HUD.